over the weekend, as you know, and the president told NBC, sure, third term. Every time he's in front of the press now, he says, sure, maybe a third term. People are saying they're discussing it. Then now we're in the phase of the press coverage where people are doing sort of spin-off stories. So here's 105, the LA Times this morning saying, oh, this could be a state-by-state battle. Thanks to the many of you who reached out to me to say the clear reading of the Constitution suggests the president can't serve a third term, including he can't, because the qualifications for vice president are the same as president. He couldn't switch with Vance, run as vice president, resign, have them Vance resign, move up, reappoint Vance. I understand that that's your reading of the Constitution. It's mine also. But read the Wall Street Journal story today on this matter, and you'll find this is why I say never predict judges, justices, or juries. You will find a law professor who says, in fact, that's not necessarily the right reading of the Constitution. So I don't think Trump will serve a third term. I don't think he'll run for a third term. But those of you who say it's open and shut based on your reading of the Constitution, I think you cannot look into the soul of five Supreme Court justices and say, in the end, they might not allow it. That's what I have to say about that. Either you guys want to weigh in on that matter? We've talked about it already this weekend.
No,
I think
I agree. I mean, I think that this is funny how at the end of the day, I mean, Trump, people take, like, if you go back to the tape, we played it, I think yesterday on the plane. He says lots of people are saying I can't. He never says I'm going to. And
yeah,
then everybody wigs out and goes, he says he's running for it. He
exactly.
didn't. He just said many people are saying it. I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
That's what he said. And
Yeah.
everybody freaks out.
Correct.
I'm with you. I will say this as a non-lawyer, the way I read it is, if and first of all, do you really think that JD Vance or anyone would buy into the fact that I'm going to run a campaign, tell everyone that I'm really not running, you're going to give me money, and then I'll be the one who steps down and I don't get to live in the big house after spending
Thank
it?
you. Thank you very
It's
much.
just, I
Thank you
mean,
very much. But I will say, if I have time today, I will email the link to the Wall Street Journal story to the many of you who reached out to me. I may not have time, so go to the Wall Street Journal if you don't have a
also,
subscription. At
can I
Fox the paywall. Yeah.
one quick thing before we take questions? You mentioned JD going to Italy. I do think it's worth noting, at least because in my circles this came up. If you think about what happened the past several days, particularly yesterday in Europe, JD goes to Europe, whatever this was, a few weeks back now, and what was interpreted as lecturing them on their freedoms. And then they ban a candidate for running for office. The UK is now saying that you can't have certain signs to express your views. I got to be honest. I think Europe owes JD Vance an apology. These guys are actually doing exactly what he said. They're banning candidates. They're banning speech. Whether it's the UK or France. I mean, it is amazing that no one's actually kind of coming up with this as a story and saying, Vance actually had it. What he said was right.
Yes, I'm with you.
I mean,
I
I
agree.
disagree about that, and I wonder if he's going for Easter.
Could be. Maybe the Pope see the Pope. All
Also,
right.
I will say, Mark, Kristen Davidson on Two-Way Tonight last night, great point about the third term troll. Keeps Trump's power within the base if people think he may
Oh
run
yeah.
again.
Oh
And I
yeah.
thought that was a really smart point I hadn't
Oh,
thought about.
100%.
Well, that's why he's. I mean,
That's
he just.
that's why he cites people are saying it.
Yeah.
Right.